Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Monday Mornings with Marshall. So today I wanted to talk to you about passion versus purpose. So here's the thing, and I struggled with this for a while. I think many of us in business listen to some of the experts, and we think that we need to be following our passion, right? If we want to be really fulfilled, we need to be following our passion. And the problem with that is our passion may not be for our business. I searched for a long time. I had my business, my sound and graphics business, because I've had it for almost 27 years now. And about 10 years ago, I searched, or actually about 11 years ago, I searched. I thought, okay, this isn't my passion. It's not my passion. And so I searched and I was looking for my passion. I was looking everywhere for my passion. And the bottom line was my passion was my family. So my option, if I'm following the experts back then, would be to be a stay-at-home dad. And there's nothing wrong with that. If I need to follow my passion, what I'm passionate about, there's a difference. What I just said. Your passion is different than what you're passionate about. Obviously, you're passionate about your passion, but there's a difference. Your business does not need to be your passion. Your business should, however, if you really want to be truly fulfilled, should, however, be your purpose. There's a difference. Now let me explain. I kept chasing and searching for my passion. Once I realized the difference, the shift, that it wasn't the passion that I needed to follow, but rather my purpose, I asked myself the question that I ask and work with my coaching clients is the why. Why am I here? Now, I'm not a religious person. I'm probably more of a spiritual person. But why am I here? What is my purpose? That changed everything for me. Because your purpose, why you are here, once you figure that out, and I'm talking about on a more general level, I'm going to get into that, that can be, if you really want to be fulfilled in your business should be following your purpose. So my purpose, I figured out on an overview at a high level, was to make a difference in the world, was to help people and make the world a better place. And it's interesting because my father passed away 33 years ago now, 34 years ago. And at the funeral, one of his best friends, or really close friends, sat me, my brother, and my sister down and said, and I'll never forget the conversation. He said, we were talking, obviously, it was a life and death, we were at a funeral. And he said, he was trying to mentor us, and he said to us, he believes that our purpose in life was to leave the world a better place than when we came in. And I thought at the time, it was a beautiful statement and everything, but I really didn't understand it back then. I was in my early 20s. But here's the thing. When I made the shift from passion to purpose to my why, everything really changed. And I became more fulfilled. And I realized that on a higher level, my purpose was to make a difference. So in my spare time, I started fundraising for a nonprofit. I joined another nonprofit on the board to help make a difference. And it fulfilled me much more than I was before. And in my business, I began coaching my employees more than I was before. I took a leadership development program and I began coaching them at a deeper level, helping them become leaders. And then that's how I started my coaching and mentoring business, came from that because I was following my purpose. And I was much more fulfilled. And my sound and graphics business began to succeed, and my coaching and mentoring business began to succeed because I was living life on purpose. I was living a life of purpose. Now, does your business have to follow your purpose? No, it doesn't. There are many, many business owners out there who are doing a business that has nothing to do with their purpose. But if you have a higher purpose, and I think we all do, and you can disagree with me, you can comment below, disagree with me if you want. I challenge you to disagree with me, seriously. If your business is not following your purpose, or you're not sure what your purpose is, but your purpose is out there in something else, you will eventually at some point start to be pulled that way. You're going to start to fade away from your existing business. You're not going to have the passion for your existing business. And there's going to be a conflict, and you won't be fulfilled. So if you want to be fulfilled, really dig down deep and figure out what your why is. Why are you doing what you're doing? What is the bigger reason why you're here? Now, the passionate part of it comes from purpose. Okay? See, if you follow your passion only, there's going to be hard times. Running a business, owning a business, we know it's difficult. It's going to be hard. And if you're just following your passion and not your purpose, you're going to get stuck. You're going to get stuck when the going gets really, really rough. But when you're following your purpose, there's a higher being, there's a higher reason, bigger than all of us, bigger than you, bigger than me, as to why you're here. And the passion will come from the purpose. Do you know what I mean? If you're following your purpose, you will be passionate about that if it's really your purpose. And that is going to help carry you through. There's going to be mornings where it's dark, especially on the West Coast, and it's raining. And you're going to just want to pull the sheets over your head. But if you really are following your purpose, you're going to know there's a bigger and a larger reason than us to be here and to get up and to follow our purpose. Be passionate about it and be fulfilled. Follow your purpose. Try to figure out what your purpose is on a more general level. And when we do that, our business will start to grow. We'll move towards what we truly want in our business and life. We're going to focus and have more clarity and do the action steps, more so if we're following our purpose, rather than just showing up every single day and living what I call a reported on life, rather than a created life. So if you really, truly want to get to the next level, if you truly want something more than what you currently have, stop searching for something that might not be there. Start thinking about your why. That's what you should be looking at, your why. And your why might be right in front of you. The business you're currently in might be your why. There's a purpose there. There may be a purpose there for you. Figure that one out and work towards that. Okay? Figure that one out and work towards that. Work towards living on purpose rather than just showing up every single day because there's a paycheck, so on and so forth. Love to hear comments below, good or bad, if you agree with me or disagree with me. If there's other topics you wanted me to cover here, I really want you guys to get involved and give me the feedback. What do you guys want to hear about? I'm passionate about my purpose. I'm passionate about this topic, so that's why I want to bring it up today. But if there's something you want to hear and go deeper on, and it could be anything from leadership to hiring employees to firing employees to marketing, leadership overall, running a business, mindset, anything to do with tools, strategies to help you in your business, I would love to hear from you, and we could talk about it in future episodes. See you again next Monday morning. Have an amazing week. Really look at living life on purpose this week.